This week's video is going to be a little different from most others, but I hope you will stick with it. I think you'll find it worthwhile. Shalom, my friends. Yes, today I would like to talk about faith in two regards. Number one, how much faith do you have? Number two, what do you have faith in? For those of you in the Carmel, Indiana area, you know that we have had a horrible time this past month. True tragedy occurred in our congregation. We have a great many viewers who are not local. We have viewers from all around the country. We actually have viewers around the world. And so, for those who don't know, I'll simply say there was a horrific car accident. The driver of the car died. A 4-year-old child was in her car seat in the back seat. She did survive. Here's the story. When the accident occurred, two people were driving by and stopped to help. One was an emergency room surgeon. The other was just a dad. Happened to be driving by, but no one with medical training. As it turned out, they became the perfect team to be of help in this situation. The emergency room physician, who happens to be a friend of mine, told me that the little girl in the car would not have survived until the ambulance arrived. But because he was there and able to stabilize her, she did survive. And because of his medical training and expertise, he was able to rescue her in such a way that damage which had already been done to her spine was not exacerbated, and thank God she does have full use of all of her limbs and extremities. She wouldn't have made it if that emergency room physician hadn't come by. Yet for all of his skills and expertise, there was a step in rescuing this child that was critical, it was necessary, but he had no clue how to do it. Do you know what that was? It was unbuckling her car seat. Car seats are very complex now. It's not like when my kids were little, all you did was thread a seatbelt through a loop and try to pull it nice and tight. It's more complicated now. And the doctor didn't know how to release a car seat, but the dad who stopped did. So there was a physician and someone to extricate her from the car seat. If only one had been there, it would not have been good enough. It took both of them. So here's my question. How much faith do you have, and what do you have faith in? There are two possibilities with regard to the scenario I just described to you. One is that these two men happened to be there by sheer coincidence. The other possibility is the opposite, that it was not merely coincidence. If it's not coincidence, I would describe it as an act of God. Pick whatever language you feel comfortable with. If there's a third possibility, other than coincidence or not coincidence, I have not thought of it. If you have, please leave a comment below and tell me what other possibilities might have been. However, getting back to my questions, no matter what your answer is, coincidence or not coincidence, it requires a great deal of faith. If you believe, as I do, that these two men were meant to be on the scene at that time, that takes a lot of faith in God, or in whatever you conceive of as the higher power in the universe. But maybe you say no, wasn't God, it was coincidence. I respect that. It's possible. But it also requires enormous faith. It requires enormous faith in coincidence itself. And I've got to be honest with you, my friends. I simply do not have that level of faith in coincidence. So I see the hand of God here. Not in causing the accident, but in doing something to mitigate the damage. You may see it very, very differently. And I'm genuinely interested in your perspective. So please, feel free to leave polite comments in the box below the video. This has been a different sort of video from the ones I usually make, in that today I decided I was not going to write a script. I just wanted to talk to you from the heart, spontaneously. So that's where I'm going to leave it. I'll leave you to wrestle with the question of coincidence versus meant to be. And I will dispense with the usual YouTube type plugs this week. Thank you for staying with me until the end of the video. I'm hoping that next week the subject will be a little more cheerful and happy. Until next time, Shabbat Shalom.